Hi, this is Big Evil. I wanted to share a aquarium I built. This is probably one of my better ones. I do a lot of building in this game. I've bought just about all the good houses, so I got plenty of room to do it. It's not the only game I do it in either. I do it in other games. Fallout 76, 7 Days to Die. If there's a building game out there, I pretty much want to play it and, learn how to build. But this is an aquarium I put together that is better than the last like 3 or 4 I did. I never really put videos up on how I do these because I thought it was common knowledge, but I guess it's not. So this is how I put this one together. Okay, the thing about this game that a lot of people don't realize, and especially you guys on Xbox that are just getting this on your Game Pass, there's probably a lot of new players out there that are trying to figure out how to do this kind of shit. Excuse my language. Well, the good thing about this game, compared to the other games that I play, is that you have a lot more freedom in placing things in this game. So basically, I could take this and move it out of the way by just setting it up there. Take this and set it up there. This is no news to anybody. I'm sure anyone that's played this has figured this out. I'm just making a basic introduction to a point. Now, this is what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to take everything here apart, piece by piece, and then I'm going to put it back together. But I am not going to put it in my inventory. I'm just going to hit the L1 trigger until it gets put back together. So we got 2 mausoleum bookcases, right? Okay, gone. Now you can already see what those covered up. The stuff that's sticking out right here was being covered by the mausoleum bookcase. All of this is an illusion, pretty much. I mean, anyone that... If you've been into building for a while, you know about how to cover other things up with other things to make it look like it's not supposed to. Like here's an altar of the divines. You got an orcish bar back, the display case, statue base, orc bar. There's so many different things you got to put together, and you don't really have to. There's so many different things that you can put together that the possibilities are pretty much endless. So we take this bar off. And then we'll take this other bar off. And here's what it looks like then. Alright? I'm going to take this bar off. I'm going to take this bar off. And you're starting to see the bare necessities of everything. Take the statue base off. Statue base. Statue base. And finally, we'll put away the altar of the divines. And I am not sure why that table's in here, but I must have put it in for a reason or it wouldn't be there. Oh, there's 2 of them. Yeah, okay, I see why. Alright, now, here's the cool part, is that this little tiny cave that's inside of here is actually this big thing, right? Pretty crazy, right? Alright. You got coral shelf that'll line on the bottom. It can be lined however you really want to. It doesn't, as long as it's not sticking too far out to where you're going to have to put more and more stuff in front of it to box it off, you're good to go. Like I have it set right back here. This guy's here. This grave guy's here just so that you can see this. You can't really push this much back much further without it, not showing up right. So that's pretty much where I have it. So put that away, put this away, and you're left with the things that go inside that look a lot smaller than they actually are. So here's a mine trap. Just drop it in like you saw it, okay? Here's an ocean antler coral. It's this big, but, when you put it in here the right way, then you cover it with the other pieces, you only see part of it. So it's gone. Again, with the coral formation here, you only have to show what you want to show, because you're going to be covering the rest of it up. The main part here that people get thrown off is how do you make it look like water? How come everyone's looks like water? It's these guys right here. Blue flame braziers. I believe there's another bigger one that works just as well that you can put in the center, but I prefer the ones that you put on either side. But the tricky part that is my personal favorite part is to get these paintings to match up. Once you get the paintings to match up right, like here you can barely tell there's a seam. And the display case isn't really even necessary because After you put everything back together, if the display case wasn't there, you wouldn't notice anyway. I notice I put my little crab in here. He doesn't move around, so he looks kind of cool. The mermaid statue, you know, what ocean scene isn't right without a mermaid? This little guy here, the Psijic globe, it actually adds to the effect of the illusion of water, much like this cluster, you know, the azure bright, because these guys are moving around, which makes it look like they're shifting in water. This thing, you know, is giving it a haze that moves around inside, and then these down here contrast with the blue inside of the paintings themselves. The more blue you have in the room you're making the fish tank in, the more water it's going to look like you have. So that's basically what you do, okay? And the fish you just set up there, you let them float because of the freedom this game gives you. You can do that without any problems. Now I'm going to put everything back together and you'll see step by step. Actually, let's go ahead and take everything apart. I'm going to put everything away. Okay, there. Everything was put away, right? Alright, now. So we're going to put it back together, only backwards, of course. You put the blue flame back, put the blue flame back. Now the reason this scavenged plate is here is for the top of the tank, so you don't, it kind of like seals it off. It's hard to explain. If you'll see it when the finishing product is done. Put the fish back, put these guys back. See how this is all coming together? Not really yet, but you will. Okay, and with that. Wish that guy would shut up behind me. Alright. Everything that goes back in, you basically see exactly what's being done as it's being done. And that's... Put that back and that back. Like I said, I know there's going to be a lot of naysayers out there. You know, oh, you didn't build that. You had somebody come in your camp, or you'd build it yourself. You'd show it to us yourself. You know, well, here's the fact. The fact is, I wasn't really going for anything huge when I did this. So, I was just messing around. Actually, to be honest with you, I didn't even know I owned this house. I forgot that this was one of the houses that you could get the bed of coals from, so I bought it a while back and never used it. As you can see, I don't really have much work invested into this at all. The only reason that aquarium is here, and I'm even starting to put stuff in here, is because I don't want to see if I can, you know, make it exactly the way I have it. So I'm just going to leave it here and furnish the house, you know? What would you... I can't see what else to do. But the layered look is always good to go if you put it in a corner. You can always put it on a wall as well, but there's a lot more involved with putting it on a wall, because then you're going to have to build a lot more to cover up this stuff that you did. Plus, it's going to be protruding so far out from the wall that you're basically going to have to build a whole other wall around it. I've made a few of those, and I'm not happy with them. The corner pieces are always my favorite projects. And, well, that's it. That's all I wanted to show you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll show you a couple of my other ones, you know, when I get around to it, if I do. Till then, peace.